Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? March 11th, there were 5 games. We'll review those scores quick, and then we'll make some picks for Thursday, the 12th. There's 10 games on the board for Thursday. So just review, San Jose took on Chicago. Chicago found their offense, and they won that game 6-2, so good win for Chicago. Winnipeg doubled up Edmonton 4-2. St. Louis doubled up Anaheim 4-2. The Rangers, they put in a fight, went into overtime. Colorado won the game. And Ottawa also put on a fight, but Los Angeles, number seven. Crazy. Anyway, my best bet went through. I took St. Louis to beat Anaheim, and that happened. So I'm in 12-10 on my best bet, current 4-game winning streak. So not bad. March 12th, Thursday. 10 games. We've got Nashville taking on Toronto. Toronto 5-4-1 in their last 10. Current 1-game winning streak, third in the Atlantic, and Frederik Andersen has been confirmed in net for Toronto. Their last game was a 2-1 win over Tampa. I think both goals Toronto got in that game were power play goals, so they still seem to be struggling to 5-on-5 goals, but hopefully they'll find that in this one. Nashville is 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak, tied for second wild card in the West. Saros is listed as probable, and their last game was a 4-2 win over Montreal. The Leafs took the first game these teams played 5-2, and this is the last time they're going to meet this season. Saros has played well, stopping 136 of 141 shots with 2 shutouts in the last 5 appearances, 4 starts. Andersen as well, though, has been good. 9-2-0 record in 12 career appearances, 11 starts against Nashville. Nashville is 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games when on the road against Toronto. I'm going to go Toronto here, though. I like Toronto at home. I think they will find their 5-on-5 goals that they need. So I'm going to first pick. I'm going to take Toronto over Nashville. Second game, we've got Buffalo against Montreal. Montreal 4-5-1 in their last 10, current 3-game losing streak. Price is listed at probable, and their last loss was to Nashville 4-2. Buffalo 3-7-0, current 1-game winning streak. Allmark is listed as probable, and their last game was a 3-2 shootout win against Washington. Game of peace between these two teams. Sabres 5-4 in October, and then the Canadiens more recently 3-1 in January. Buffalo were 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games when on the road against Montreal. Allmark played well. That was his return, that last game, and he played well, and he was happy that he played well, obviously. Montreal's struggling. Montreal is 0 for 18 in their power play over the last 9 games. Not good. I think this is a pretty easy pick, this one. I think Buffalo will go into Montreal and handle Montreal no problem. Third game, we've got Philadelphia against Tampa. Tampa 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Second in the Atlantic, and Vasilevsky is listed as probable. Their last game was a 2-1 loss to Toronto. Philadelphia 9-1-0, current 1-game losing streak. They had their winning streak snapped by Boston 2-0 their last game. Second in the Metropolitan, and Elliott has been confirmed in net. Tampa's going to look to sweep this series. They won 1-0 in January and 5-3 in February. The total has gone over in 7 of Philadelphia's last 7 games on the road. And Tampa's 13-3 straight up in their last 16 games at home. I don't know if Philadelphia will bounce back right away after that last loss to Boston. I'm going to go Tampa here. Home team again to win against Philadelphia. Third pick. Fourth game, Carolina against New Jersey. New Jersey is 6-2-2 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Schneider is listed, or actually confirmed in net. And their last game was a 5-2 loss to Pittsburgh. Carolina 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 3-game winning streak. Tied for first wild card spot in the East. Mrazek is listed as probable, and the last game was a 5-2 win over the Red Wings. Each team has won a game in this series. Devils 5-3 in November, and more recently, the Hurricanes 5-2 in February. New Jersey are 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games when at home against Carolina. Carolina's got the old guy, Williams, 38-year-old. He's, I think, going for a 5-game point streak. Just playing lights out, and good for him at the age of 38. Hopefully the body can continue. I think public's going to lean heavy on Carolina, and I think I am too. I mean, Aho is playing really well. And then how about Geeky? I mean, 3 shots in the NHL and 3 goals. Like, that's insane too. But I think anyone, yeah, you got to go Carolina here. Carolina to win against New Jersey. 5th game, Detroit against Washington. Washington 4-3-3 in their last 10, an overtime decision. First in the Metropolitan. Holtby has been confirmed to be in net for Washington, and their last game was to the Sabres in a shootout. Detroit 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Bernier is listed as probable, and their last game was a 5-2 loss to the Hurricanes. Capitals won the first of 3 here, 5-2 in November, and this will be their 2nd time that they meet this year. I took a look and I had to laugh because I think 99% the money consensus is leaning towards Washington. You don't see it too often where it's at 99%. But Washington's going to win this game. 5th pick, Washington to beat Detroit. 6th game, Pittsburgh against Columbus. Columbus is 3-4-3, current 1-game winning streak, tied for first wild card in the East. Merzlikins is listed as probable, and their last game was a 2-1 win over Vancouver. Pittsburgh's 3-7-0 with a current 1-game winning streak, 3rd in the Metropolitan. Murray's listed as probable, and their last game was a 5-2 win over New Jersey. The Penguins lead the season series. The Penguins won 7-3 in October. Blue Jackets 5-2 in November. Penguins again 1-0 in December. This is one of those games where it's going to be close to the public, and there's not going to be any fans there. So it'll be interesting how that affects things, and if it'd be weird, actually. On the numbers, it looks like Pittsburgh should win this game. But I think Columbus getting the monkey off their back, because it definitely was on their back, with that win against Vancouver. I look forward to seeing Columbus beat Pittsburgh. I really hope they do. 6th pick, I'm going to take Columbus to beat Pittsburgh. 7th game, Vegas against Minnesota. Minnesota 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak, just outside of the wild card spot. Stalock is listed as probable, and their last game was a 5-4 overtime win against Anaheim. Vegas 8-2-0, current 2-game winning streak, first in the Pacific. Leonard is confirmed in net for Vegas, and their last game was a 3-2 overtime win against the Oilers. Game apiece between these two teams. Golden Knights 3-2 in December, and then the Wild blanked them 4-0 in February. Minnesota's carrying a little better power play, penalty kill in the last 10 games. I kind of looked at a lot of the numbers, and Minnesota's on top in most cases. Vegas are 2-6 straight up in their last 8 against Minnesota, and I mean, Minnesota's right on that edge. They need this game. They need this win if their hopes are going to stay alive as well. So I'm going to go Minnesota here. Minnesota to beat Vegas. I think Vegas has stumbled a bit lately, so I like Minnesota here. 8th game, Florida against Dallas. Dallas 3-5-2 in their last 10, current 3-game losing streak. 3rd in the Central. Kudobin is confirmed in net for Dallas. Their last game was a 4-2 loss to the Rangers. Florida 4-4-2 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak, 2 points outside of the wild card. Drieger is listed as probable, and their last game was a 2-1 win against the Blues. Panthers lead the season series 1-0 with a 7-4 win in December. I think there's going to be a heavy lean on Dallas here from the public, but Florida's not going to be an easy match. Very even numbers if you look at the last 10 games here. And Florida are 5-2 in their last 7 on the road. They're a good road team. Dallas is just struggling, and I haven't heard or seen anything that's going to help them get out of it. So I'm going to go Florida here to continue the fight. Florida to beat Dallas. The 9th game, my favorite team, the New York Islanders, who keep letting me down. And they're not my favorite team, just the team I like. But Islanders against Calgary. Calgary 6-3-1 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. 3rd in the Pacific. Riddick is listed as probable, and their last game was a 5-3 loss to Vegas. Islanders are 2-4-4 in their last 10 with 2 overtime decisions. 2nd wildcard position in the East. Grice is listed as probable, and their last game was a 5-4 shootout loss to Vancouver. These teams actually haven't played each other yet this season. And if you look at the numbers, Calgary is a clear favorite, and I think most people will probably bet Calgary to win. Calgary's been a little better at home lately. I think they're 3-7 in their last 10 at home, but they're still not a good home team. And I still believe the Islanders are a talented hockey team, and if they can, they're going to win this game. Islanders are going to win this game. 9th pick, Islanders over Calgary. Last game, Vancouver against Arizona. Arizona's 5-5-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game losing streak, 4 points out of a wild card spot right now. Kemper is listed as probable. Their last game was a 4-2 loss to the Jets. Vancouver's 4-5-1 in their last 10. Current 1-game winning streak, tied for second wild card position in the West. Demko's listed as probable, and the last game was a 5-4 shootout win against the Islanders. Game apiece in this series, Canucks 3-1 in January, and then the Coyotes 4-2 in March. You could look at this as a goalies game. I watched part of each one of their last games, and I would say that I think Demko was better than Kemper, and I don't know how many would agree with me on that, but Demko was magical against the Islanders, and that's why the Islanders didn't win that game. But Vancouver's history isn't strong against Arizona. They're 1-5 in their last 6 when on the road against Arizona. Kemper got beat against the Jets, and I think, yeah, it's going to be I think this might be a really exciting game to watch, but I'm going to go Vancouver here. Vancouver to beat Arizona. So we'll just review those picks quick. I'm going to take Toronto to beat Nashville. I'm going to take Buffalo to beat Montreal. I'm going to take Tampa to beat Philadelphia. I'm going to take Carolina to beat New Jersey. Washington to beat Detroit. Columbus to beat Pittsburgh. Minnesota to beat Vegas. Florida to beat Dallas. The Islanders to beat Calgary. And then the final one, Vancouver to beat Arizona. My best bet of the night, I'm going to make it actually the Buffalo game. Buffalo to beat Montreal. And my bets I'm going to lay, the lines are out. So I'm going to go Buffalo money line plus 135. Wild money line and even plus 100. Islanders money line plus 125. Flyers Lightning game over at minus 120. And then I'm going to take the Hurricanes puck line at plus 140. So actually 4 plus money, plus money bets. So I like that. And we'll see how it goes. See if we can carry on this best bet streak. Anyway, hope everyone has a great Thursday. Hope everyone's staying healthy. Good luck with your picks, and thanks for watching.